Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Boston Jay, and this is Wicked Pisser. Alright, listen, I'm going to do something a little different. Haven't done it before, but I'm going to try. I'll do the best I can. I'm still kind of new to this, so, if you see something that you like, or please let me know. I have been working on a little hobby of mine, which is these paracord bracelets, and also I make the paracord keychain, or key fob is what they're called. So yeah, this is pretty much a basic weave. It's a really thin bracelet, and I can make them to size. So if you say, for instance, you measure your wrist and it measures 7 inches, well, I can make it to that size, no problem at all. So what I'm going to show you right now is what I've got available. If you see something that you like and if you're interested in it and you want it, please just message me and let me know. I'd be more than happy to send it to you, or get it to you somehow, some way. But for now, let me just show you what I've got so far, and then we'll go on to I'm going to show you how I make a basic key fob. Anyway, here are some of the keychains that I've made up to this point. I used to have quite a bit more, but I've kind of dwindled down on them, because when somebody orders a bracelet from me, I always throw in a keychain. These are some of the bracelets that I've made. They range anywhere between a 7 and an 8. A lot of them I've made, some are thicker than others, and right now, unfortunately, the only colors I have right now for me to work with to make anything substantial, the only colors I have right now are I have a white, I have a navy blue, I've got black, I've got red, and I've got this purple and neon yellow kind of color here. If like I said, if you like it, if you're interested in me making you, some bracelets, or if you like what I've got, message me and I'll make sure I get them to you in some way, shape, or form. So let me go ahead and show you how I make a basic keychain. I've got a small length of my neon orange here, okay? And I've got this color here, which is, I kind of call it like a camo hunting type of color, I guess. And I think, this pattern and the neon orange, I think they go really well together. So this here is going to be a 6-inch key fob, okay? And usually you want to do on your weaving material, which would be this color, usually you want to do 1 foot per inch. So I'm going to cut this. I've got a long strand of it, and let me just get this to where I can get a good grip on it, and we're going to measure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, I got that. And what I usually do is I take and I will singe the end of this so that I can flatten it out, and it won't get frayed. It won't come apart on you. I've been doing pretty good with these. I made a bunch of them for a friend of mine who lives up in Massachusetts, and he wanted a bunch of them with specific colors, and I sent them out to him, and wow, he just loved them, and he's an old friend from my old drum corps days. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do know me, which is pretty much all of you, you know that back in my younger years, I was in a drum and bugle corps, and I played what they call a contrabass. I've since kind of left that activity. Reason being is because, my health hasn't been the greatest, and I'll be right there to tell you that I'm not 100%. So I was going to try my hand at continuing to march and continuing to play. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. My legs are not the same as they used to be. I've got some pretty bad neuropathy in my legs, and I need to use a cane on a regular basis. Usually when I go to the Walmart, I have to go and use one of their scooters to walk around the store or to ride around the store with, because I just can't be on my feet for an extended amount of time because it just hurts so much. So, it is what it is, and I'm working my way through it, and hopefully, I'll get a little bit stronger sometime soon. So, anyway, let's get right into this keychain, or key fob as they're called. What you want to do is, I do it this way. A lot of people do it differently, but I do it this way. I just tie a basic knot, okay? And you want your strands to be even, okay? This is called a two-strand core, okay? Because this is the core. This is what's going to be on the inside. So the way I do it is I go over both with the right side, and then I go with the left side. I'm going to go over the right one, under the two center strands, and you go through the hole, and then you just pull it tight. Pull it nice and tight. And then what you do from this point is you would take and you just do the same thing, but do it opposite. You go with the left, you go over the two center strands. You take the right, you go over the left strand, around the back, and back through. And then you tighten it down. Okay? Now, it's not going to look like much your first couple of passes, but, once you do like 3 or 4 passes coming down, you'll notice that it's going to take shape, and it's going to look really good. Once you tie these knots, you can pull them, get them really, really snug, and push them up to tighten them and lock them down. So we went left over right. Now we're going right over to the left, over, under, and through. Okay? So that's basically it. And you, like I said, you alternate sides. That time you did the right side, this time you do the left side. So over the two center strands, over, under, and then through. Pull it through the hole. And then, see, you can see that it's starting to take on that weave look. And what's really cool is you can see the orange through here, and it looks awesome. I like it. I think they look pretty cool. And this is just a real basic weave, okay? I do some that are a little bit more complicated and a little bit more time consuming. All these weaves have specific names, and I don't know them all right off the top of my head. So, I know some of them, but this one, I'm not really sure what it's called, this weave. I think it's called a Solomon knot. I'm not 100% sure on that. If anybody out there does know, please just, comment below. Let me know that, what it is, because, you guys know, some of you people know about this stuff more than I do, so. Like I said, this is just a hobby of mine. I'm just getting started with it, and I find it very relaxing and quite fun, to be quite honest. So that's it right there. You see how it's coming together, and it looks really nice. You can see the orange through the camo. It's really, really cool. And I call this my hunter's fob. So because of the colors only. Let's see. And you pull it really tight, and then once you pull it tight, push it up, okay? Because that's going to lock everything in and make it really tight. All right, I'm going to be back. I'll be back. I'm just going to finish this up, and I'll show you how I finish it. Okay, so now I've got it to the length that I want it. It's a pretty good size. It's coming off a keychain. It's also something to hold on to too when you're holding your keys, something like that. It really, I have like 3 of them on my keychain. So what you do at this point is you snip the excess off of all your strands. So for instance, I'll just show you one because, that way you'll get the picture. You take and singe the end right here, and what that does is it kind of locks everything into place. And, when you singe it, it kind of melts it a little bit. So, when you get to that point there, I usually just use that. Other people use a smoothing tool. You know what? The side of the lighter just works just as well. As you can see, that is not coming apart. That's melted on there. That's tight. And that's pretty much it. That's how I end them. Yeah, that's it. And again, like I said, if you guys like these or like what you see here, okay, just let me know. I'll make them for anybody. It doesn't make a difference. I've given them away to many friends, and everybody seems to really like them and wear them on a regular basis. I have a buddy named John. He wears his all the time, from what I've been told and what I've seen on his YouTube videos. He wears his a lot, and he likes them. I like them. I have like 5 or 6 that I wear from time to time. They are different patterns, and a few of them are different colors. Most of them, the majority of the ones that I have, are black. And you know what? These are not the best scissors in the world. The scissors off of on my Leatherman tool, and they are really not that great. They don't cut as cleanly as I wish. I got to get a really good pair of scissors. I don't have right now. Now, for the bottom, what I do, instead of taking the tool, the lighter, and rounding that over and flattening it out, what I do is I like to leave these 2 alone. I just melt them, and they will melt into each other, and they make like a little ball on the end, and it looks good, it's clean, and that's it. Pretty much, that's it right there. Just like that. And as you can see, now it's done. Finished. Fini. So there it is. And again, I can do this weave and make a bracelet. I can do this weave and make a key fob. I can, this bracelet here, like I said before, it's very basic, it's easy to do, and, it doesn't take me any time at all. As you can see, just doing this took me no time. It took me no time. So, yeah. Again, if you like it, let me know. Comments below. Smash that like button. Share my videos out there, please. Also, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. And we'll go from here. With that being said, I'm Boston Jay, and this has been Wicked Pisser. Have a good one.